and a warm welcome to you for what promises to be a wonderful clash between these two really good teams. So the Falcons, they've got plenty of strike power right across the park. David Barner at the back's playing well. Bernard is solid, and so is Comer Sampson. They'll be the props today. Tavita and Ledger with the opportunity to steer the ship. A solid bench as well. They're a fine squad, this Falcons team. That's the reason they're the defending premiers. Their coach is Keith Hanley.
Keith, another grand final for Akarana, but your O Counties won. They got you back in round two. What have you learned since then?
Oh, mate, full credit to them too. They probably one of the better performances we've seen from a county side the last couple of years. Mate, through the middle, they probably cleaned us out a little bit. We were a little bit poor in our markers, and our left edge didn't defend well at all. So we've done some addressing of those issues, mate.
You confident?
Yeah, very much so. Yep.
Just a beautiful day to play footy, isn't it?
Oh, mate, who wouldn't want to be involved in the greatest game of all today, mate? You know, weather like this, platform like this, our boys are ready to play some footy.
Let's have a look at the lineup for their opponents today, the Stingrays. Connor Purcell's in really fine touch as well. And I tell you what, Drew Radich and Willie Stowers have been running hot. Geronimo Doyle at the back is in sensational touch. And off the bench, one of the bigger men in the comp, Visasio Setafano. Keep an eye out for him to make some inroads. They've been playing hot and running good. Their coach is Spencer Taplin.
Spencer, it's amazing what can happen in a year. Last year in the promotion and relegation, this year you're in the grand final of the Premiership. What's been the message this week?
This week is sort of putting all that hard work on display out there on the field. We get that opportunity to do that, and like it's all, I've sort of put it all back on the boys, you know, like you guys have been doing everything right up to date in terms of what you should be doing, and then just displaying it and producing some good footy for us to watch today on this beautiful day, brother.
You got them in round two. Can you get them again when it matters?
Yeah, well, we learnt a lot from that game. We took a lot, even though it was good that we come away with the points, but they actually taught us a lot in terms of what we still need to consistently improve on. So if we turn up today with the right attitude, good energy that these young boys have, and should go well.
Well, a warm afternoon here, and great to have you along today with our friend Richie Barnett. You know, Richie, it really is the cream rising to the top here. These two teams have been the very best through the years, and it's fitting that this grand final should be played between these traditional rivals.
Yeah, strong region, of course, Auckland and Spencer Taplin, the coaching. I've got to give a big rap to both the coaches and the management of the sides, getting that level, that standard that we should be, particularly in Auckland, to raise that standard and get the best out of each player. And I think they're doing a fantastic job.
Well, as mentioned before, it's got the biggest catchment of the regions, Counties Monaco. There's Francis Ledger, who's been a wonderful captain as well for Keith Hanley and the Akarana Falcons. But for Counties Monaco, they're a relatively new region, rugby league-wise. I think they just started back in, well, less than 10 years ago, let's put it that way. But they've been solid performers, and they've got some good teams to draw from. Your Howards, your Tahuhu, Papakura, Manurewa. That's where the boys from Counties Monaco come from. Chris McMillan's in control today. Rochelle Tamarua, Nathan Barker-Pringle will also be looking after the action. Setting sun somewhat, casting some shade across the western part of the ground. But other than that, it's been a beautiful day. Looking back, if you've just picked up on our action earlier on, Waikato confirmed their place in next year's Premiership with a big 48-18 win over the Northern Swords. We're about to get underway here with the Premiership final for 2018. It's Akarana up against the Stingrays here on the latter, defending the Monaco Harbour end of the ground. The big man is in to start the game as well today. Setafano. Well, we saw a number of tries conceded in the first game here of the doubleheader on Sky Sport this afternoon. I doubt very much that will occur here, as Purcell, one of the best prop forwards in the Premiership. Both the Fox Championship and here Auckland Club Rugby League. He's certainly been a standout performer in the Premiership. The Big Ten is Visasio Setafano. He's a personal trainer, and he's in terrific touch and wonderful nick. And Stowers gets the kick downfield. Bit of an awkward bounce. at the back as well. For the Falcons, who have possession. And these early exchanges very important. Richie Barnett.
Pretty handy set there from the Stingrays. A good start. Forwards rolling through the middle, and at the end of it, a nice kick. The chase was equally important, and that stage is a really good sign there for the Stingrays.
Well, a fortnight ago, it was the Stingrays who got the chocolates too in the clash at Mount Smart 2, first penalty of the afternoon. Just wanted the Stingrays to get off the tackled player quicker to roll away.
Just notice the change in positions there. You got Stefano, who played the starting role off the bench in the starting role last week, has now started. And Jamal Hunt, who, got to say, he's been outstanding. And his energy and power through the middle will certainly be a feature for the Stingrays.
Good field position. Sueli Makowi, the Fox Championship winning Point Chevrolet Pirates, is the main distributor today. Koma Sampson's had a great championship. As Makowi has a dart towards the line himself. Wrapped up just a metre or so short. Stingray defender struggling to get out of the way as Francis Ledger decides he wants to weave a kick into the end goal. Doesn't work out for him.
Well, he tried to thread through. They did a good job there, the Stingrays, to block that kick, and they retrieved it back. And now they're on the attack. Geronimo Doyle getting in as the back three should, ease and release the pressure on the forwards.
He's been hitting the line at pace too. Geronimo playing some good ball. Lahidi witty header. He's also in headgear and jersey number 3. Back to Stefano. Not trying to do too much. Gets up for a quick play. The ball is pushed back down as well. The referee thinks to himself that he deserves an opportunity to get a quick play of the ball. He's to his feet quickly. But he was denied that opportunity, and the penalty for the Stingrays.
Crikey, is it Stefano laid the platform? Some big carries. He's a big human being. But the ability for him to just bowl through, and they've got the ability to have that quick. Look at this. There's no other way but to just run straight through. Kuma Sampson was there. He couldn't take him, but the big body just able to get over the line. Calls a penalty, and they're in good shape here.
Well, they lost Kuma Sampson. He's been one of the form runners here for Akarana. A little bit chilly in the western stands. You can see the guys all rugged up. Sun on the other side of the field, though. Some concern at the moment. There's the legend that is Ruben Wiki. He's been training this county's Monaco squad. And what a wonderful opportunity it is for some of the young players to be working with such an experienced hand. Thomas Sampson retires back into his position. Things look all right at the stage, and Geronimo Doyle will kick towards the eastern touchline here.
And the wind is certainly in favour of Akarana. It's a nor'easter coming through.
That will be an interesting development, how that's utilised through the course of the afternoon. So up to William Stowers, the skipper here for Counties Monaco. His cousin Drew Radic. Luke Armiger playing at dummy half and hooker. Look at Connor Purcell's run. We've seen this time and time again. And he powers his way forward to just a metre out from the try line. Armiger has a quick look, pushes the pass quickly. It's up to Stowers. Good try to start the day, and it's Nick Wilson who's in to score for the Stingrays.
Dale, that was a fantastic run, all on the back end of that Connor Purcell carry, and it was able to give them time and space on the edge. Beautiful work. Wilson scores the try, but it was the little tip on there from Willie Stowers who comes through. He takes the right option. This is the Purcell run. He lines it up. There's space on the outside. Stowers passes the ball to Wilson. A nicely executed play and a very good start there for the Stingrays.
Yeah, Nicholas Wilson from the Howard Hornets Club. He's a refrigeration engineer in his mid-20s now. And he became a father for the first time this year too. So congratulations to him. And he draws first blood in the grand final with a wonderful try, but like you say, hats off to Purcell. That sort of bulldozing effort that he's made his own has really set the stage for the try. As Drew Radic looks to add the extras here. Radic has had a fine tournament as well, 23. He too from the Hornets out of the East Auckland club. So as can be the case, you give a guy raps and then he misses what really should have been pretty straightforward for him. 4-0 after the Wilson try after 4 minutes. You're watching the final of the NZRL Premiership. Nicholas Wilson credited with the try. He's part of the double Nick Brigade. It's Nick Wilson and Nicholas Halalilo at 11 and 12 for Coach Taplin. As Francis Ledger comes back for the restart.
Way go, Francis.
This one pushed deep. Setafano once again. And another wonderful carry to the 20-metre line. Good defence, Chase Bernard there and Matty Tuitama. Out to the left. Full pass. Picked up by Witty header. Dave Barner at the back today for Coach Hanley. The captain of the Warriors 20s, David. Into Newcastle. What we thought was a career-ending knee injury, but it's come right. He's enjoyed getting a chance with Northcote through the year and with representative honours. It's great to see David Barner back into the mix. That's the Falcons, who have it on their own 20. A pop pass late finds Ledger, who picks up with James Taumata. From West Auckland's Glenora Bears, Taumata. Powerful run from Malu Tuangamala. There's a willingness to line up here. Sampson again to the halfway line. He too delivers a quick play the ball for Makawi. It's a little chip in behind Makawi. Trying to get it in between the Kaele. That's him with the football from the Otahuhu Leopards. A bit of a dummy to Doyle, his clubmate. And then we'll play the ball on the 12-metre line.
Geez, very impressed with the Stingrays at the moment. Their sets coming out of trouble has been outstanding. Obviously, the go forward through the middle, but on the back end of that, there's been some great options.
David, get up!
And Akarana, they're feeling the effects of how they're playing at the moment. The young side, the Stingrays, causing a little bit of trouble there.
Well, they've been a little bit uphill for the Stingrays because none of the clubs from out the south side of Auckland made it through to the top 4. The Hornets, I'm sorry, they did make the top 4, but they were quickly out of the action. And so a lot of the players featuring for the Stingrays have been out of club league for some weeks. That's why it was important that Ruben Wiki was drafted in to help with their fitness. Just get them back into what some felt was like pre-season training. With the Falcons now down the short side they go with a darting run here from Chaz Brown. He too's been a fine touch. Ledger goes to acting half. And from the far side is Luafale Alo.
Luke to the side! Hold. Go through.
Centrefield, Makawi, Tuitama. And Natty is almost through looking to offload, and it was just an ankle from Purcell. Otherwise, he was away with it. Believe you me, Luafale Alo again with the ball. One of the older players in the club scene in Auckland. But, geez, he's been a great contributor, and he's still playing hot. Back to Ledger. A couple of the guys out wide looking to be offside, and that, to me, was one of them. It was up quickly to make the tackle there on Setu Tu. Stingrays with it. One try coming up to 10 minutes of play. Try to Wilson after 4 minutes.
There's a nice carry again from an outstanding outside back. Edward Kossi has caused havoc last week against Waikato. He again is contributing nicely on the right edge for the Stingrays. There's a nice episode there from Akarana, Mati Tuatama, who pierced its way through, and they nearly found some opportunities there.
Eddie Kossi, the 19-year-old, played for the Warriors 20s this year. He missed the whole year of playing footy, but trialled in the open trial for the Junior Warriors a week after his little brother won the MVP award for the Nationals competition. The Auckland Falcons. This Cossie student from the Hawks, the Mangere East Hawks. Just short of the 40, the Falcons back in possession. Plenty of ticker here from Taumata. From the other side comes Lua Falialo through to Sampson. Back slam by Cecil Setafano. If you weren't feeling crook coma before that, you will be now. He's on his haunches as well as Ledger. He's wrapped up on the 10-metre line, but some good inroads here from the Falcons. Are they building something up? In fact, it's Raleigh Buchanan. Now from Makoe. Chase Bernard has it, and he's in beside the post that quickly, and no problem for the form prop forward.
Brilliant work from Akarana. They're just starting to find their feet. The rhythm of the side, they're starting to tell. A lovely little outside and in and away from the prop forward. But look at this, nice little shape there. And look at this footwork here, late footwork from Chase Bernard. Was just enough to get him through and find the line. Look at that, brilliant work. Nothing like footwork.
He's certainly been one of the form players for 2018 of the local competition here in Auckland, Chase Bernard. And he just provides a lot of solidity, whether he's playing for the Glenora Bears or here for Hanley's Falcons. And he made that look pretty easy from close range.
You just love the fact that you can use your footwork late at the line. It really does cause problems, particularly when line speed is ferocious off the line. Just a late footwork really can cause all sorts of trouble. And you think Francis Ledger would kick this at 6'4". It's going to be a real contest today, Dale.
Well, I tell you what, I think we're in for one here. Just want to pay tribute to the man who had the run prior to the try being scored. There's Daniel Raleigh Buchanan. He's had a wonderful season this year, continuing the great form shown last year as well. And I'm sure he would have been one of Hanley's first picks. Just through the attitude that he takes into his rugby league. Ledger, the captain. Coming up 13 minutes, looking to take the lead, the Falcons. So it's 6-4 as we look onto the bench. The players keen to get out and have a go. As we are too, just reminding you, there are tickets available for next week's triple header. We need to fill this stadium with Kiwi supporters. It's been a long time since the black and white jersey's been running around here on Mount Smart, or as Brett Webb likes to call it, still Ericsson.
Okay, stay behind.
He's Coma Sampson, understandably, given a rest after just 13 minutes.
That's a feast of football in itself, isn't it? You've got to get out here and support. You will get maximum value for your dollar, seeing three teams who are eager to turn the tables around and beat our counterparts in Australia. But certainly both tries here today have been on the back end of some really good carries. Dale Purcell with his carry, which amounted into a Counties try, and at the back of the end, as you mentioned before, Dale Buchanan, a great carry, and Chase Bernard scoring that try.
That's Ledger, the receiver onto Tuitama. Matty is wrapped up 15 short of the halfway. Not allowing him to get up and play the ball quickly. Drew Radic.
Just make sure the boys are back.
Penalised here. So Ledger, the restart.
White line and
About
hold.
40 metres out from the try line for the Falcons, looking to go back to back. 14 gone, 6-4 scoreline. The tap from Brown back immediately into centre field. Barner has it. Makoe. Options to the right. Tuitama awaits. Instead he goes left. It's Bernard. And now the hard running Raleigh Buchanan. It's Sala. This is Buchanan. Whanganua Malio is on for Kamasansi. Here's Daniel to his feet. Tuingamala acting half. Makoe with the dummy. Then sends it on to the try scorer. Good play.
1 foot. Go forward.
Short side run. Tui Tama gets the ball away, and that'll do enough. Good try to Chaz Brown. Tui Tama really deserves the credit, though.
Oh, absolutely. Tui Tama again. He made a little insert into the defence early on, and now he's created on the edges. And that's just brilliant work. A great offload on the right edge to expose the defence of Counties Stingrays. But look at the work, Ledger. Nice pass. Tui Tama, look at this. Draws in the defender. The winger comes powering in, thinking he needs to stop the play, but it was the smarts. That pass there creates all the opportunities, and a great try opportunity from Chaz Brown.
Good lead-up work too, and Cortez Taulu has stepped into the fullback role today. He's been playing on the wing, of course, in the absence of Palima Siaki, who injured his leg last week in the clash against Canterbury. He's able to assist there, and the delivery back into Tui Tama, and then through to a try scorer, Chaz Brown. So it's a nice little patch here for the Falcons, 10-4. And the conversion midway 20 and 30 for Francis Ledger. He's provided us with some wonderful pre and post-match thoughts and comments as the skipper of this proud Falcons team. As you can see there by that shot, almost a cloudless Auckland day. That's the challenge ahead here for Francis. He'll swing his arms in his sort of interesting routine. And this one will slide across the face of the upright. 10-4 scoreline remains.
Yeah, just from a staff perspective, I think we've got to credit not only the coaching, but the managers in play. Carmen Taplin for the Counties, Ruben Wickie, Jamie Williamson, the trainer, and Adriana Carroll, Alana Michael is the physio, and the assistant coach for Akarana, Cody Walker, Phil Gordon, the manager Jamie Walker, and Jason McCarthy, head trainer. Melissa Falani is the physio.
It's quite a lineup.
It is quite a management team. Clearly doing a great job.
Hey, and good on you for mentioning them as well, Rich. It's such an important part of modern day football, that support staff sector, and they don't get public credit as much as is due, so thank you. 15 from halfway. Kalelu Amalio.
Go 3 mark is good.
Dylan Tavita with the drop-off back on the inside. Nice play for Tungamala. Just inside the 40s, so making some good inroads here. The Falcons, David Barner continues with that charge. Here's McCowie, and they've got numbers down the left side. Tavita threads the needle. It's over the top, into the arms on the far side, and James Tomata scores. What a try for the Falcons. What a run from deep, and well, for the Stingrays, they just got gassed that time, and it's a perfect set for the Premiers.
And it's all on the ruck speed. Their carries and the ruck speed has gained opportunities on the edge. They're doing some good work around that ruck, and it's yielding some good results on the edges. A nice chip through, an awkward bounce, and Taumata is able to take that and turn it into 4 points.
Well, Setu too will have nightmares about the bounce, so it couldn't have gone any worse for the poor bloke. It couldn't have gone any better for the Falcons. Wow, gee. Maybe it's because of Bathurst. The Falcons used to rip around there. It's Bathurst weekend as well. You've got that action coming to you on Sky as well, I might add. But, boy, crikey, the Falcons here in Auckland are going big time.
This is some performance, Dale. Akarana under the pump early on. They're just starting to settle into a little bit of the rhythm. He's got some patience, but it's the go forward, and on the back end of what we've seen with that, the ruck speed there, they capitalise on every opportunity.
That was the perfect set. And what a finish it was, but they were making inroads at will, and that's got to be of concern for Taplin and for Ruben, who's out there at the moment. And it's not time to panic here, because there's a long way to go in this final. But the ease with which the Falcons made it, meterage, must be of concern to the county's connections. this time around. Striking at El Perfectamondo, and it's straight through. Superb effort. 20 gone, 16-4.
The Stingrays, they're battling the fact that they're rolling through the middle. Akarana, they have to look forward to slowing that play the ball down. The first up contact, the numbers and tackles will need to be a lot better than it is, and stop the onslaught from Akarana. David Barner made a telling run before, cascaded through the middle of two players and able to expose some weaknesses in the middle.
So let's see how the Counties Monaco Stingrays have managed to get a ball unexpectedly. That passes back on the inside. And the penalty is for having stripped the ball. And so the Falcons get it. Dylan Tavita showing his versatility as well for Coach Hanley. Dylan's a very accomplished hooker and ball distributor. Today playing the unfamiliar 8 jersey as the halfback and first receiver. Let's have another look how that came to be. Well,
Wait for the tap.
maybe that was a lost ball. It's deemed to have been stripped. So now danger times again, immediately
Go, one marker.
for the Stingrays. So it's Tavita on to McCoy now.
To get it out.
Chase Bernard with a good
red and hold.
settling run.
Hold.
33 metres away from the try line
Go, lock him in, Chase.
for Ledger.
That's the ball.
A purposeful run here from the Falcons. This time from Taulu. Now for Tuitama. Gee, he's been good, Matty.
Luke, get up. Hold there, boys.
10 out from the line. McCoy holds the pass up nicely onto Tavita. He's elusive, and he's having his way with this Counties Monaco defence. Dylan Tavita carves them up himself and is in to score beside the posts.
It is a complete performance from Akarana. They are showing the Counties Stingrays how to play the game, exposing on all left and right through the middle. Dylan Tavita has been fantastic, an inside show. And look at the sliding defence. The push was poor. Dylan Tavita comes through and scores a try. An area of the game, Spencer Taplin mentioned early on in round 2 or 3 that he was not impressed with the inside push. That time they were exposed.
Well, Tavita, we're just giving him a decent plug as well, but you know, he's got pace and guile. He can spin on a dime, and this time bamboozled the opposition on the line and made them pay too for the inattention. He's been one of the best through the year, but this time around 4 quick tries. It's 11 minutes, and they've gone from being 4-0 down, the Falcons. This kick will go over. Been 22-4 up. Francis Ledger, irrespective of how close or how far. Swing those arms as his last part of his routine and slices it straight through. Well, what can you say, Richie B? I mean, really, Counties, it's not like they've been sleeping, but they've just been schooled here by the Falcons in the last 10 minutes.
Exactly, Dale. I think you hit it on the head. They have been skilled in this game. There is a lot of experience in the Akarana side, and I do admire the young crop of players coming through for Counties, but they really need to turn things around. They need to score next. It's 4 consecutive tries from Akarana, and they need to come up with a play, and this is where it starts. There's some massive carries from Akarana. They need to stop the onslaught.
I need a bit of mongrel as well too. This is a grand final, so I'm not suggesting anything untoward, but I just have to really muscle up here because the Falcons have been able to make inroads into their line far too easily. Here he is again, Bernard. It's almost a familiar pattern we're seeing here. McCoy out to Ledger, inside for Tuitama, spinning and picking up an extra few metres as well. This time,
Into a Counties fella.
this time it will be a Counties ball, and finally they get the ball 5 metres inside their own half.
Geez, Matty Tuitama's been fantastic on their right edge. Again, footwork. A little knock on.
Come on, Matty.
But you can just sense that there is some real good opportunities now. They're exposing the defence of the Stingrays. Anne's on the ball there, and he loses it just there.
Last man up.
But it looks all too easy.
Well, hats off to Taylor Paolo. He put a decent shoulder into Tuitama. Look at this, the one against the feet. A big push coming in from the
It's a good
Falcons.
scrum, but it's red ball. We've just completely collapsed. We can't have that. So if that was All Blacks, that would have been double. Exactly.
To hear that in the background.
All we mean.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Okay, no push until I call in. Inches.
No pushing. I mean, you look at the NRL, they just lean on each other. But that was a decent push, and the Falcons almost caught the Counties boys unawares. Instead, they come up with the ball, and they need to do something with it now. Willie Stowers down the right edge. Who's going to put their hand up? This time, Eddie Corsi, the youngster from Mangere East, has the ball. 10 in for the Eastern touchline. Nice place to watch the footy too. Plenty of sunshine. If you're sitting in the west, as many do. For the Warriors, Francis Ledger comes away with the ball here. He's weaving his magic on the far side. Turns around and fakes his back up. Well, now the County Stingrays are going to have to muscle up again. Falcons going big at the moment. Raleigh Buchanan, good piercing run. Good direct run from him as well. 23 metres out from the try line. Quick pick up. And away goes the next runner. I tell you what, they're full of it at the moment. This Falcons squad are going really hot as McCowie sends it inside to Barner, and he's close. Barner reaches out, scores a try late. Wonderful effort from the back rower.
The pain continues for the Stingrays. There is just so much energy and directness of Akarana. David Barner goes through with ease, but it's just the enthusiasm of Akarana that's causing all sorts.
What a run it was as well from Ledger. He got the ball first up. This is the turnover, so that's gone back. Watch Ledger pounce like a panther, and he's away, darting across the field, just waiting to see a gap he can utilise. Straightens it back up. Have a look at Barner's finish here. You thought he was done. You still think he's done, and then out goes the hand. Claims the prize.
So concerning, and this is not the final we expected. They're a lot better team than what's shown here today. Geronimo Doyle trying his best to stop the play. 4 players in the tackle, Barnes able to get through. Come off a knee reconstruction 2017 at Newcastle.
Very, very disappointing effort, defensive effort here from the Stingrays. Some running repairs there, but no one would have expected 5 tries to be racked up in a 15-minute period. And that's what we're witnessing here. It might have almost sunk them as well. I can't imagine them coming back. Although I'm hoping, for your sake at home and for ours in the commentary position, and for theirs, in fact, that they are able to lift themselves. We saw it in the earlier game as well. Francis Ledger, no problem whatsoever from right in front in the previous game, where Waikato played against the Northern Swords. A similar situation, 28-6 at half-time. 3 tries apiece, in fact, 4-3 the tries to the winners Waikato. 48-18 winners, but the tries came thick and fast.
The hardest part for a losing side when you're 28-4 down is to try to offload the ball and try to get some quick results. I think it's at times where you just need to work yourself into the play, complete the sets, get your territory, which they're lacking at the moment.
Hallelujah, Marley. He doesn't mind it, tough and pretty ready for that, for the big men confrontations. Explosive effort at the moment here. As Chris Seal comes in, well, no rest for the wicket here. Chris Seal, he's a powerhouse as well. Tuitama first receiver, one right. Just short of the halfway. Peeling back the meters at the moment, the Falcons. Bernard, little dummy.
Last one, get up!
Fifth and final tackle. McCowie options. Did he go left or right?
Go, Chase, let him go.
Here's his answer. On to Ledger. Sends it across the ground. Needing to settle down. Michaele under some pressure.
Stand together!
And the sluggish
Do not
retiring
go
forwards
Go.
from Counties Monaco, indicative that they're already gassed and not quite knowing how to get out of the hole that has been dug for them.
Vitally important that their back three get in, or their back five, and help their forwards out. That was a great carry. A magnificent carry to start to set off. And Stefano
You got you two, you got to roll the side.
set a high standard with some great carries. That was a welcome penalty right there.
Absolutely, and it might have been Jamal Hunt who's pushed that one forward. He's a sizable guy as well, young Jamal Hunt, and he's played strong in the opening games of this Premiership.
Here we are, fellas.
Just 21 out of the Papakura Sea Eagles.
Okay.
In fact, he's the partner of Angelina Leataua, who's with the NRL Women's Rugby League squad. Don't forget next week too, big ups to the Kiwi Ferns. It's always a formidable challenge when they go up against the Aussie Women's squad. It'll be part of the triple header. Really looking forward to that action next weekend. Hope you're able to join us here at Mount Smart Stadium. This is Halali'Law. And the Stingrays at least are controlling the football a little bit better this set.
Get out, Chrissy!
They conceded 5 quick tries to the Falcons, running rampant here at the moment.
Get your foot to
Out to Radic. Back door for Doyle. Shows it, then goes it. Gets one out. Here he comes. Beautiful try. And that's the try has been scored from Emiliano Michaele. Just what the Stingrays needed. And great effort from the Otahuhu clubmates who combine to get the Stingrays back onto the scoreboard and perhaps with a bit of a chance.
I was well impressed from Geronimo Doyle. His ability to get on the edge and accelerate when he really needed it. Look at his play here. Then he puts through the middle. He sees a little bit of a gap and passes the ball, rightfully so, to McCully, who does some good work there to come across against the grain. But this is it here. That's the money play right there. And Michaele comes through, scores a vitally important 4 points.
Yes, Emiliano Michaele, one of these young guns that were assisted there by John Ackland in his couple of years with the Otahuhu Leopards. Doyle's another one of those players, and that's a very important conversion, very skillfully achieved too by Drew Radic. There he is, Emiliano Michaele. His younger brother Tavita plays for the Warriors jersey flag under 20s as well this year. But the work done by his Otahuhu teammate Geronimo Doyle continues to impress. So with that conversion, it's down to an 18-point ball game. Getting some encouraging signs there as Juradic in shot. It's in a fantastic tournament. Francis Ledger to restart us here. You're watching the final of the NZRL Premiership. It's not the first time counties have been in it. As Stephen McIver mentioned in the build-up, though, they've been to plenty of finals. They've only had it once. I think it might have been 3 years ago, and well, we're looking for a three-peat at the moment, the Akarana Falcons. Jamal Hunt. I really like the way some of these players push forward and then hit the defensive line and then sort of roll.
You can't go over the top of them, you must go to the side.
There's some good meterage on offer here for the Stingrays.
Yeah, they're starting to find some rhythm. They're starting to find a little bit of momentum and converting.
Must go to the
Doyle
side.
kicks for the sideline, gives them some good shape, some good territory there. And it's very rare that we've seen the Stingrays in the opposition half. They converted the very first time in their set. This is a great opportunity now to post back-to-back tries.
Geronimo Doyle has been a good contributor here for Otahuhu and for Spencer Taplin. I've mentioned, but if you haven't already known, he's an age group basketball rep. It's in his third year of playing rugby league. And actually first 15 for Mount Albert Grammar before switching to the 13-man code. He's a talented athlete. That's him playing at dummy half right now. And certainly add to their chances to they're able to get across the line here before the halftime break. 28-10 it is, just on 5 to play. Dummy half Luke Armiger. Now for Stowers, puts it into the end goal. And play on is the call. Taumata is trying to get out into the field of play with a wall of red, white and black.
Easy.
But that's not to happen.
Cortez, I've got it. Leave it.
Jeez, I might have thought that he caught the ball
Counties,
out of
move right
the
back.
end goal.
Move right back.
But again, that was an outstanding kick from William Stowers.
We've got a goal line dropout.
A lot of these guys have played
Oh,
each other
line drop
through
out.
the year. And be disappointing if it erupted. Let's have a look how this came to be.
He wasn't quite out. He's got to put his foot over the line.
A good call from referee Chris McMillan.
Remember when we took that rugby in league? Stay behind, guys.
Cortez Bowley taking exception there. So the restart will mean that Radic has the ball for the Stingrays.
Cristiano off the ball. Keep coming, man.
28-10.
Hold, mate. Hold. Go.
Armiger, short side, it's Radic.
Cristiano.
Through the middle comes Halalilo. We play it quickly.
Cross. Get square, mate.
Everyone wanting a bit of the action now as Stowers takes it to the 20-metre line.
Go. 3.
Falalua Malio, predominantly the tackler on him. Doyle enters the fray. On the right side comes Setu 2. He'll angle back to the inside. He's rolled back onto his back and now needs to quick play the ball. It's Doyle to dummy half. Poor pass, but the half volley works effectively enough. The double around ensues. Now it's wide. Still with action on for Halalilo. Halalilo comes to the line and it's a double movement. Well, the temptation was too great.
Absolutely. I tend to think that's a try. Although it's his arm with the ball carrot hits the ground, he bounces with momentum. He doesn't reach to go over. He bounces through, and I think that's a continuation of play. There.
Oh, cut it out, Richie.
There you go. It's relegation and promotion.
I think that it could be a little bit of a brain explosion. He should have just held on to the ball. They're having a bit of a bite at the cherry. Chas Brown now.
Counties, get up now. Hold.
Two and a half to play till half time. Chris Seal
He might keep coming.
has the ball. 28-10. Falcons with that brilliant run. This is Kiliona Pasini. He's plenty strong too. Falaleo Malio now comes powering his way forward in the Stingrays. And forced to muscle up on D. Short side run from McCoy. That drifted forward perhaps for Alu Buchanan. Has it. Making good inroads again. The second rower. 12 metres out. Short side again. Tuingamala. He can't get the ball away. The Stingrays survive, but they are a long, long way from where they need to be.
Certainly, these about 90 metres right there in that set of 6 from Akarana. Defensively, they just able to hang in there. A couple of bodies down. Fatigue starting to set in for the Stingrays. Crikey, that was a great step.
Understandable. But during the course of that 5-try run, we witnessed what might be described as a perfect set from the Falcons. We're going to have a chance to look at it during the half-time break. But, you know, there's the early try to Wilson, and then that run. It's just hard to arrest. And now another chance with the Falcons as Radic falters close to the half-time break. Yeah, the tries came from Banana, Brown, and Taumata, Tavita, and Barner. Boom, boom, boom.
A lot of feeling and emotion in this game day. Radic coming through. Good tackle there from Akarana. Put him on his back, all over him. He didn't like it, frustrated. Didn't lose the ball, did he?
Couple of tackles, Nick.
Unusual call. I can see why he was frustrated.
Well, let's hope they don't get made to pay for it as Tuingamala again angles across into the traffic, into the last half minute of this first half. The Stingrays have to muscle up. Falalua Malio. Makowi. Now Dylan Tavita. Smart thinking. adds the extra point.
Very smart play. The experience of Dylan Tavita and the runs from Falelua Malio. He's been outstanding. No one in their mind thought he'd take the kick. But 29-6 secures a good lead for Akarana.
Yes, at the break, Dylan Tavita with that smart thinking right at the back end. But gee, they were good through that first half. The Stingrays have got some work to do, quite obviously. At the break here in the NZRL Premiership decider, it's the defending champions, the Falcons, 29, and the Stingrays 10.
Akarana came out of the gate like a bullet, but not with the first try, and that went to Nick Wilson from Counties Manukau to give them an early 4-0 lead. But suddenly, that awoke the beast that is Chase Bernard, and Akarana, Brent Webb, have just gone on.
They've just gone for the middle. They've gone back to what worked for them earlier in the competition, and they've really taken advantage of that.
Chaz Brown scoring here. This will be James Talmud out on the left edge, and Dylan Tavita, wearing number 8, has had a sterling first half.
He's been outstanding, and that smart little drop goal at the end, great way to finish the half.
And there he is here, just playing with it at will. And I tell you what, Spencer Fellis will be very disappointed with the defence of Counties Manukau. Another try here this time. Tuolua Falalelo, and just again gets it over. Away we go. In fact, that was David Barnum. My apologies there. And then in they come again, this one to Mikaeli. And this, I thought, was a period where maybe just Counties had found their rhythm again.
Yeah, Dawes been really good throughout the whole series. So, yeah, him coming out the back there in from fullback, he really puts himself about the play really well.
But here's the thinker, Dylan Tavita. Just takes the 1 point at 29-10, and that could turn out to be a very crucial point when it comes to the wash-up.
It will. You know, any points, especially at that time of the game, are clinical if you can pull them off.
What is going on with Counties' defence?
I think they've just not been able to handle and manage that middle, and the size that Akarana have been able to bring off the bench they've been outstanding.
See, it's really interesting because both coaches said opposing things. Keith Hanley said they got us in the middle, and Spencer Taplin said, well, we got them in the middle. It's been a complete reverse. What gives there?
I'm not too sure. Counties don't seem to be playing with that same sort of free-flowing footy that we saw when they beat Akarana a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully after the half-time talk they can kind of get back to the way things work. Spencer
Taplin did give me a little nudge when he came out just before kickoff. He said, it's a young team, they might be a bit nervous. Have we seen that?
Maybe to an extent, but you know they're in a big occasion. You know, hopefully they get this half-time out of the way and they can come out and put something on.
Is the gap too much?
29-10, it is a lot, but you know, stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. This is the grand final of the NZRL Premiership between the Falcons and the Stingrays, and right now it's Akarana in control. 29-10 they lead, but there is still another 40 minutes to play live here on Sky Sport. (29-10), the Falcons lead the Stingrays in the NZRL Premiership Grand Final. Spencer Taplin is the coach of the Stingrays. Caught you on the hop. What happened?
Yes, I suppose boys started off okay, and then I suppose Akarana, their experience and their players sort of shone through and started mounting a bit of pressure, and we were our own worst enemies with our errors and our lack of discipline in that half. So yeah, we just need to fix it.
Was that the simple message? Just get back to the start?
I suppose just be a bit more disciplined and patient in what we do. You know, like I thought the boys were just sort of panicking and getting frustrated for whatever reasons, and just need to settle, Just settle, get into the game. You know, sort of got a second half to rectify that. So we'll see what happens there.
That you do indeed. The best of luck, Spencer. Keith Hanley, the coach of Auckland, joins us right now. Keith, come on in. Well, great first half. You can see the first try, then it just clicks. Who's performing for you?
Oh, mate, I think right across the board we're going all right. I think Dave Barner in the middle, Sala Falalua, they're doing a real sterling job for us in the middle of the paddock.
What are you liking the most about your side?
Mate, we're being disciplined and we're sticking to our processes.
You're not allowed to say process. Yeah, you are. It's all right. It's all right. Get on with this now. That 1 pointer by Dylan Tavita just before the half, that could be critical.
Oh, it's always comforting to push things beyond the 6 point multiple sort of region. And yeah, I wouldn't say we played for that, but it presented itself.
I sense quiet confidence.
Oh, we're always pretty confident. We back ourselves to play some good footy, but we're respectful of Counties and we know they're a good football side.
40 minutes to get it done.
Yeah, 110%. We've got a lot of work to do.
Well played, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Some good comments there from the coach, sensible comments as well. You've got to have respect for your opposition. One quick try from the Stingrays, and they're back in the hunt again, aren't they, Richie B?
I totally agree. I think there's an opportunity if they do post the try, the confidence does build in, but you just got to keep your eye off the scoreline and work, as they said before, about their process and systems and just building pressure and getting that territory which they've lacked in the first half.
Well, just, one tackle at a time and control your sets. There's Doyle. He's had a solid impact across that first half. I'd certainly like to take my hat off to David Barner as well. I thought Tavita had a strong first half performance. Falilua Malio as well. They've been very good in that 5-try run. Well, you go a long way to better it, that's for sure. So sensational first half performance, but the game is not done yet. There's a bit of a wind that will favour the Stingrays here in the second half. Whether or not they can capitalise on it, we have to also acknowledge the youthfulness of the squad and indeed the coach. Well, not that he's that young, but he's a bit new to this sort of role. Can the Stingrays come back? We've got 40 minutes to find out. 29-10 is the scoreline. Falilua Malio with that hair trailing, easy to spot the big man. He's down on the 20-metre line. Expect a bit of performance here, both on attack and defence from the Stingrays, who through that short 15-minute period were exposed. We touched on the youthfulness of the squad, and perhaps half of them either 19 through 22, let's put it that way. Plenty of experience here in the Falcons for Coach Keith Hanley. He too, pretty experienced hand as a coach as well. They have the ball on the 40-metre line. There he is again. He's been a real thorn in the side too. It's Chase Bernard, one of the form props in the Auckland Rugby League scene throughout 2018. Ledger to Tavita. A decent set here from the reigning premiers, looking for the three-peat as mentioned. Bit of a mistake there from Sedu 2, and it's a knock-on. Well, we had that problem, which he could do nothing about, really, the awkward bounce that saw one of the tries scored. But
awkward bounce. And again, he'll be disappointed with it, Setu. Drops behind, or it goes back, actually. But well impressed with that start, the Akarana set. The ability to actually move away from that middle and hit the edges on a number of occasions, just so they're not tied in that middle.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fine opening set, but it just builds on what we've seen in that first half. Some real class footy. And that's what happens when you work together over 3 or 4 weeks. Getting better and better. You wonder if a combo of these teams shouldn't have given the Tongan team a bit of preparation for their match against Australia as well. There'll be a few guys who'll be willing to have a dig, I think. This is Tuitama. What a season Maddie's had. One of the form players in the domestic scene. There will be a resident squad announced. At the conclusion, look at that cut-out ball. That easy and that good. Why not dive in that way to James Domata? And what a start to the second half from the Falcons.
Well, it carries on the second half for Akarana. Brilliant play. They're executing James Domata. Second try of the day. But let's look at the lead-up that we've seen. The pass from this angle here, Dylan Tavita, hasn't he had a fantastic game so far? The ball on the string, look at that. And why not dive?
I reckon as well. James Domata, he can fly, he can really gas at this bloke. But he didn't need it that time. He just, well, he decided to launch himself, didn't he? Literally. Mount Smart Stadium as the sun sets in the west. A little bit of wind behind the Stingrays. We thought it might be advantageous to them in the second half, but at the moment, just almost perfect rugby league coming from Hanley's squad. It's now for Francis Ledger. Good steady hand here from the skipper and the goal kicker. 21 metres out. Right on the chalk. So coming around for him. No, it won't. So 33-10. Superb start to the second 40 from the Falcons. That's try number 6 this afternoon and a field goal to boot. Let's have another look at it. And dip the lid to the efforts here, particularly from Dylan Tavita, who sensed the opportunity.
Stay behind.
And I believe I can fly, says James Domata. Well, that's been touched by Ralu Buchanan. Well, they are human after all.
They certainly are. We'll go back to that New Zealand residents merit team. They have a selection panel. You see the kick bouncing out. Lucky for Counties. This gives them a good position to strike. But they have got a selection in place. Alan Jackson from mid-central, Len Reid, upper central zone, Tai Arona, southern zone, and Paddy Bryan from west coast, all been selected to bring some transparency to the selection process. So well done, New Zealand Rugby League.
There's Geronimo Doyle flying around the outside. He's only 5 metres out from the try line. Michaeli and he have combined already effectively. That's Michaeli. Not quite sure where to deliver the ball this time around. In fact, he's had the ball stripped.
It can't come flying out like that. It's come flying
So
out.
Counties will get the ball, needing to score to make this second half competitive for them.
Wait.
Down by 23 points. It's been almost a faultless performance here by the Falcons. Superb through that first half.
Okay, get up.
Now the Counties, Manukau Stingrays, building here.
Go.
Armiger, Nicholas Wilson,
Hold here. Hold.
wrapped up by Chris Seor. Armiger again, Hunt. On the hunt for an all-important 4-pointer. Duitama puts him away. At the short side they go, and it's back on the inside, and a chance to slide through. Big effort as well. I didn't think that was on at all. I think it's Kossi who's managed to get his way across the line again. Well, look at that. Let's have another look. In fact, it's Halalilo. So Nicholas Halalilo is in to score a very important try, because this might just build on some momentum.
He's a player that really turns opportunities into points, particularly on the left edge. Runs great lines. Scored against Waikato last week. But he's a real threat. Very limited opportunities he's had. That was the first he's able to get through and post vital points. This will be 16-33. No, it won't be.
Well, it should have been. Drew Alice has been one of the best goal kickers, so why he should falter there is just beyond me. But anyway, Lassie, as he's known, he's 22. He's a demolition man, works in demo sites for the Mangere East Hawks. Picked up this year's Player of the Year and the Rising Award, Rising Star Award for the Hawks at their prize giving. It's a good effort by him. 33-14, we have the scoreline now.
Off Chris Chrissy CO, it's gone forward.
Apologies there to the Halililo clan.
It's gone off Chrissy's arm.
Calling,
It's gone forward.
not calling Lassie's try in. It's a little unsighted from up here in the commentary position.
Right there, boys, you got the man.
It's touched the Seals' hands.
Just wonder what time Counties bring on Sheldon Rogers. Normally starts, but they've opted to have Luke Armiger in there from a defensive point of view in the middle. We'd like to see Sheldon come on at some point to spark that attack.
He's just a youngster
Move now! Take a step, fella, and hold. Hold!
on the 20-metre line. Who's going to stand up? Missed the bulldozing runs too of Purcell. Setafano is in the mix. Hunt backed up by his opposite number, Pasini. Darting run here from Armiger. Makai's a very good defender. Assisted there by Tuitama. To Radic.
Left to 10.
To Olu.
Right there, Luke!
Counties might even look to run the ball on the 5th just to throw up some opportunities.
Get up! Hold, fellas, hold!
Well, they've got to stop leaking points. At the moment, obviously, they've got to score them as well as we come up towards half hour to wrap the game and the Premiership
Wait, wait!
for 2018. Dummy half work this time around for Tavita. Valilua Malio. Quick play the ball for McCowie. Seal. Shoulders arms for the Falcons. Quick play the ball. Good roll on here. Onto Ledger. Ledger with the cut-out board wide. And it was forward.
Going forward, hand over.
Geez, they're really starting to make some inroads there. You see Chris Seo coming off, and he knew exactly what was needed. A real strong carry. The pass goes forward.
On the 3.
But McCarwee also, the number 23 from Akarana, laying a great platform.
Hold! Go. There's one! Daniel, stand up!
Well, the momentum of the game is sort of built behind the Falcons, and they've been on struggle street, really, as we see a break through the middle. Powerful run. Jamel Hunt, 25 metres out. Where are the County Stingrays now? Sefu 2, up through the middle, almost looking to get the offload. 2 to ground, 8 metres from the try line.
Hold, fella.
Here they come. You wanted Sheldon Rogers, now you've got him. 2, back on the inside for Paola. Taylor, Rogers, Radic, Doyle. Doyle, dive for the corner. And there's the try for Michaele.
Tackle's complete when we're throwing the ball. Geronimo, tackle's complete.
Geronimo Doyle, he threw the ball whilst in tackle, but the run from Passini. Kitiona Passini, the run on the right edge to allow County Stingrays to post an attack on the left edge. So close. I thought the ball from Geronimo Doyle should have been a pass early. They could have secured a try, and a vital one at that.
Well, Michaele gets up celebrating. Have a look here. Passed off the ground. Here's the penalty. Michaele thought he was in. See, I really like what Chris offers to a team anytime he plays.
Hold, go. 2.
Wonderful contributor, especially through the middle. He's not the biggest of players, but you know, he just keeps going. Sort of like every player would like to have in their squad. And Cortez Tola with the play the ball. Falilua Malio, take no prisoners approach. This time he's back slam 2 on the 30-metre line. Quick play the ball, delivered up by McCarwee. Now across to Tavita, giving it a chance for his outside man. Setu 2 gets onto the ball now. Let's have a look how Setu 2 can win. There's a pass on the inside. Runners there, including Doyle. He couldn't get it back quick enough to him. Now Stowers gets into the action. So does Eddie Corsi. He's over the halfway line now and into enemy territory.
Don't go early. Wait.
The Stingrays recognise they need to do something, and quickly. Here's Serafano is tackled centre field and 40 out from the try line. On it comes to Purcell. Plays in a style that belies his youthfulness, to be honest. Connor Purcell. Little offload as well, still up and still away. Radich with an opportunity down the left side. Falalua Malio almost compresses him on the 10-metre line. Back it comes for Stowers, a crossfield kick. There are plenty of red jerseys on the hunt. But it gets away from them all.
We're at the sticks.
And the Falcons have touched the ball, and so it will be a repeat set for the Stingrays and a chance for them.
What a set again. It raises an opportunity back to Kossi, who had another nice run. That was great work there. And again on this right here, this is a great kick. Contestable too. No one was able to take it except for Tugemala, who knocks it back. And a very close opportunity there for the Stingrays to score.
33-14. A dominant first half performance has really set up the good stage here for the Falcons to defend their title. But the Stingrays are giving it their all here in the second half. Radich for Purcell. It only goes one way. Inside the 10-metre line. Radich for Stowers. Stowers now for Serafano. Loses the ball and play on. Referee McMillan pretty comfortable with that.
Good defence there from Akarana to get numbers in, particularly a big body and Serafano. They've really aimed up, applied the pressure on. And the ball just coming forward, and it's a good start again. They've got good push too around these big forwards, cutting the ball up.
Sampson, nice move from Tuangamala. Hits the line. Genuine pace too. On the boil, Mako with a ton of experience from Sueli for Duitama. A little bit of a foxtrot before he hits the line. Falcons have been good here today. Ledger places it on the ground. Pressure on the far side. They can't handle that pressure. And the Falcons get another bite of the cherry. Chaz Brown. 12 out for Brown. Now the questions are being asked once again at the defensive line here for the Stingrays. Under the pump, it's Makawi and now Sampson. Looking to offload. Sensible. Holds on to the ball now. And gets to his feet slowly. Seal loses it. Purcell. Makawi. Well, it's a ding-dong battle in the middle here for Connor Purcell. Strong player, Purcell.
Dylan. Your mark's on the line, make sure these boys are on the Right back, right
What has
back.
been really extremely outstanding from Akarana's point of view is their transition from defence into attack. The energy they use when the ball is turned over, they fire into their sets real quick. The energy is infectious.
21, Connor. I say at times I think he's way older. He's got some experience as well offshore. Played in the Raiders as the Canberra Raiders 20s back in 2015. But, gee, when he's on song, feel better. Halalilo, there's something here special from the Stingrays that we can pick up from them as Cruz Tupo gets his opportunity. 15 metres out from the try line. They'll go down the right-hand side. Stowers turns it inside. Serafano is there. Seal across the top to make sure he doesn't get the pass away. Dummy half work. Rogers. Now Radich. Crossfield kick. Chases there. Back on the inside. Ends up with Ledger. The Falcons have the ball on the 20-metre line. They survived that raid, but it was a pretty close one for the Stingrays as well.
Well, it was. The fact that that kick was just the right angle. It wasn't high. It gave the defence of Akarana limited time to put players around the ball. And it's very unfortunate for Makaele not to get that ball. He had it in his hands, but the kick from Drew Radich here. Look at that. the right projection. He taps it back. But who is there, as always? Francis Ledger.
He's been pretty
the
good
halves
today.
have been fantastic for Akarana.
Yeah, he's been a good steady hand, hasn't he, right through the campaign, Francis? He knows the skipper, he gets his hand on the ball a lot, but he just seems to be there at the right occasions. Just Dylan Tavita gets it into the stands on the eastern side. Looks of concern accompanying the Stingrays as we move into the last quarter of the match. Too far away now, on the halfway line. Stingrays need possession. Need to force an error here. The Falcons have been pretty good, and they'll go down the left through. Tavita once again. Flicks the pass back up onto the inside. Running something of an accidental decoy. This is Matthew Tafutu. They call up into the campaign. Onto Barner. Thinking of passing. Barner's strong. He's had a good game too, David. Little dummy from Makoe. Danger times here. Ledger. And Ledger goes through. Well, we're just giving him big raps, and he deserves them as well, Francis. That's going to make any comeback tough. Chris McMillan says, hey, that was good. The smile on his face says it all.
And it's all really been the lead up to their tries that have been able for their players to score. You see Ledger here too wide, and the defence from the inside, the push was poor, but it was the lead up. There's a number of carries that really paved the way for Ledger to be able to cascade him through the hole. A right foot step, late defenders coming across. Great try.
37-14, a bit of an embarrassing scoreline really for the Stingrays now. Look, it was 29-10 at the halftime break. We thought that they'd be able to make more of a game of it in the second half. Sure, Halalidor got in 8 minutes after the break, but there's been 2 tries now. And obviously this one's a decent chance of being converted by the try scorer. And he'll come into calculations as well for the MVP. Which will be announced at the back end of the game as well. Ledger's been very good. Well, the county's Monaco Stingrays supporters will be pretty frustrated. But for this man, be pretty excited, I would suspect. The captaincy of the Premiers. It's been a wonderful season for Francis Ledger. Flags are up, no mistake there. It's been a great rugby league season, of course. A bit of a break for most of these players. We have a fortnight of play coming your way, though, right here on Sky Sport. The Test matches next Saturday, followed by the inaugural Tonga-Australian game.
Stay behind, Connor.
I live in the south side here of Auckland, and you can already see the suburbs being festooned with red and white in anticipation of that clash.
Stand up!
At times seeing a few New Zealand flags as well fluttering.
Yes, we're going to have to see black and white. It's got to be ripping through the stadium. The 13th of October next week. The weather looks fantastic. We've had a great weekend this weekend. It'll be even better when we see 3 quality games. Supporters should be just all over that.
Yeah, very competitive all 3 games. Australia in their top side for the men's, of course. They've got a changed lineup as well. The retirement of some of the top guns. And of course, Coach Maguire for the Kiwis, well, he's brought on some exciting talent, including one that you met down the sideline at half-time.
Yeah, Jerome, he's one class that played at fullback. He played in a number of positions, but what a shining light, a youngster on the rise. And to be part of the squad, the wider squad, I think that's fantastic for a young player to experience what it's like amongst some senior players, and just to get their foot in the door to understand what it's like and the culture that's created within the Kiwi side.
Here's the galloping Stefano. Big Visaseo. And he's 20 metres out from the try line. Understandably slow to get to his feet. A bit of a mountain to move in order to achieve the play of the ball. Nice little double around there from Geronimo Joyla to Michele. That's good play. Dive for the line. All is well in the corner. What a try too. So they're certainly not done with yet. The Stingrays. Out wide. Orahiri Witty head up. Fine try too. It's some nice work from Michele. Unselfishly delivering up, but it all started with this powerhouse run from Serafano, and then it was weaved across field. And here's Radic and Doyle all contributing. The double around. Geronimo gets hold of the ball, and the looped pass from Michele. The double around for Witty header. Smart play and a good try.
Yeah, nice try. An exhibition of football there. The pass looked slightly forward, but nevertheless, it was creative football. They needed to find some sort of form or some sort of answer to Akarana side, who's just powering through this game. Drew Radic here with the kick from the sideline. Looking promising. Just short. Connor Purcell as he comes on and lays a great foundation for the county side.
Well, 19 points in it, 15 minutes to play.
Anything's possible we've seen in this game?
Stranger things have happened in rugby league. Drew Radic looks on. He's a try scorer. Ruddy with the hit up. He's a builder as well. He's played in the Stingrays 15s and 17s, Auckland Māori as well. Kiwi 18s. He's got plenty of skill. Try scorer. Like we see rear guard action for Sheldon Rogers. Asks for the quick play of the ball. That's him with it now. He'll push his way forward. Rogers.
It's a great opportunity on the right-hand side here. They need to exploit. Oh.
Well, they had the overlap there, didn't they, Richie Barnett?
1,000 deep.
Chase off the ball! Here's 10, Matty. Keep coming. Hold, mate. Hold.
Right short of the halfway. Serafano.
Here, mate. Here's 4 and hold. Hold.
Still got numbers down the right. On for Stowers. Stowers decides to kick it deep. In fact, that will go out on the full. So there are opportunities down the right side. Frustrating for you too, Richie.
There is, and again, you play to some sort of structure, and it's up to the outside players really to call that. It's very hard for the 6 and 7 to view from their perspective. They're trying to organise. You need your outside backs and your edge back rowers to call the ball when there's opportunities, and particularly in the position they are at the moment. You know, 39 points, you want to be looking up, eyes up.
No, good response, mate.
And
okay, fellas, away we go.
Give the ball some air. You might as well. Nothing to lose now.
Head right
14 to play and a long way to go.
Hold in there, mate.
But we've seen the opponents go ping, ping, ping with tries in the 16th, 18th, 22nd minute, so it's doable. You can't achieve the goal without the football. Out wide, one of the best, Dui Tama. Round on the halfway line.
Hold, go.
Brown. Look at those legs. Keeping on pumping as well. You think he's finished, but he isn't. Bernard. He doesn't like being put away either, Chase. Tavita. Rayleigh Buchanan. Quick play ball. Love the way he gets up quickly. Tavita.
Can't play on from that. CO. Can't play on from that.
Well, look how quickly he got moving there.
I can't play on from that. There's no play the ball. CO, be careful here. Okay? You've had your warning.
He has been a player, hasn't he?
Sueli Makowi. Seal. Here he comes again, Sampson.
Wait.
So Comer Sampson to play it for Makowi. And it comes for Bernard. It takes 3, sometimes 4 to stop Chase. That's the sort of form he's been in this season. Absolutely fantastic form. Ledger wide for Brown, and Brown's close as well. Took a desperate tackle. Chaz took a knock on it. Up for Ledger and now Barner. David is strong as well. 5 metres out from the try line now. The Falcons, you get a feeling like they're just poised to go over again. Here's Dylan Tavita, gets the backdoor shot onto Makoe. He dives over, lost the ball, claimed by Counties Monaco Stingrays. Sinofano has the ball on their behalf.
Geez, they've just been so dominant through the middle. Makoe's been outstanding. Bernard just carting the ball up, and Sampson, when you need it most, they've been really direct. And on the back of it, you've got the likes of Ledger and Tavita, who's been probably the player of choice, hasn't he? He's really directed and really managed this game so nicely.
They have the ball in their hands so much more than other players, don't they, the halves? Sinofano understandably slow to his feet. Be dragging the chains somewhat. Lost ball though here for Halalilo, and it's the Falcons who will have it. 25 out from the try line. 11 to play. 19 up on the scoreboard. Tuitama with a direct carry. Barnes in the field, 12 from the line. Makoe with options, decides to go left. It's Tavita out the back door. Nice ball for Tuingamala. Pretty decent D as well here from the Stingrays on him. 6 away. Tavita with Sampson. Choma, hard to contain, back for Tuingamala. Now for Domata. And his opposite number comes at him, set to 2. Domata is still going.
Okay, Cruz, get up, mate. Wait, fellas.
Dupont makes the tackle. Tavita, Bernard. But he's lost the ball.
It's gone forward, we're out to the 20.
Is that a restart on the 20-metre line? Well, I thought Bernard was going to do the business yet again.
Well, they played to script. Buchanan on the
Wait!
Bernard powering through. Just missed out, but crikey, their running directness and intent has just been brilliant.
Move now!
Awful amount of energy.
Mikale took a bit of a shot. I don't think it was intentional. Went a bit high there from Dylan Tavita. He's been terrific, hasn't he, Dylan?
Sinofano too has been outstanding for the Stingrays also.
The really Resonance team announced, as mentioned. Celebrate their efforts through 2018. Rogers, Radic. Nice and short ball. Into a bit of a hole. Can he get back to his feet? Woodsy header. Decides to pass it on. Mikale on the far side of the field. Desperate times. Call for desperate measures. And the scrum feed for the Falcons.
They look very exciting, the Stingrays on that left edge with the header here with a nice line run. But it was Halalilo that's been damaging. So many opportunities, but lacked the ball, quality ball.
39 to
Stay where you are,
20
you
is
can
the
stand up and
scoreline.
stay in position. Okay, it's blue ball. Okay, I'll blow the whistle and then you come in, Francis.
So now just about to put
Thanks,
the
fellas, we'll go
scrum
down now.
down. What a performance
Okay,
it's
boys.
been. 29-10, a smart little field goal just at the end of the first half.
That's not
And a
our
couple of
skill, mate.
tries to their opponents, of course.
Hell, mate, wait till I blow the whistle. In, mate, in.
It's got Halalilo. Woodsy Head have got him for the Stingrays in the second half. So 2 tries apiece at this stage.
Now!
Damage done
Hold, mate, hold.
in that 15 minutes from the 11-minute mark.
Taylor to the
There he is
side.
again, superb.
Wait. Go, shoot. Okay.
Chaz Bernard, Falelu Amalio.
Hands off, Cruz. Wait there.
Well, this is a good performance for Keith Hanley. Take my hat off as well to Cody Walker. He's been his able
Police
assistant.
towers, move! Wait, mate, wait. Go 4.
3 in a row is hard to achieve, and
Let's
on the Falcons.
All the way, Sheldon.
Again,
Go, nothing late.
the bridesmaid, Sheldon the bride for Counties Monaco as Ledger puts one up, testing Doyle at the back. It's been allowed to bounce, and then it ends up in the hands of Dylan Tavita, who's had an outstanding game today.
He certainly has. He's been absolutely brilliant. And it was Geronimo Doyle with the basketball skills to tap it back. Unfortunately goes in the hands of the opposition. And Dylan Tavita. What a game. The foundation has been set all game for this man to find the wizardry, the smarts, the patience, the right options when need. The kicking game of Tavita, Dylan Tavita, playing number 8. But hasn't he been fantastic?
Well, we touched on his versatility too. He's a very valuable member of any squad. And, Tavita's just had a breakthrough standout season. Not much of him, but he's always thinking, very creative with the ball. And he links up. He's a great link man. I suppose, you know, his work in the hooking position at times too has enabled him to just give that peripheral vision. It's invaluable. And I'll tell you what, he's been sending some good ball to his outside men. And that time around, well, he was gifted that try, wasn't it? Understandably, there was trying to tap it back and do something with it from Geronimo Doyle. But look, they'll be better for the representative opportunity, this young Stingrays team. It wasn't to be in 2018.
Young versus old.
I know which camp I'm in. Which way do you lean?
I'm with you, Dale.
Those grey hairs would suggest that is the case. A pleasure to be here, though, watching young players like Dylan DeVito. But that's some outstanding characters here, and I know we're 5 minutes out, but, you know, I'd just like to take my hat off, too, for what a fabulous season it's been for Matt Tuitama. Riley Buchanan, wonderful characters and terrific athletes. But this guy here has had a standout performance today, Dylan DeVita. Yeah, high five it all right.
Pretty comprehensive.
Hey, he's made a mistake.
It's gone
Always
forward.
happens. Always happens. Actually, he's not playing in the halves. He's number 8. So we'll bag the forwards. But the forwards on that have been outstanding. Makawi, Bernard, Tuitama on the right edge. Buchanan,
Come on, boys, let's go.
Rilalu Buchanan and Bana. Passini.
Oh, Dave Bana.
It just keeps going on.
Dave Bana, I thought, has been really great today.
Francis, on the line behind it, mate.
Crescio coming off the bench, smashing it through the middle.
Yeah, there's David Bana. Great to see him back on the field and playing representative ball. He's enjoyed himself too, reconnecting with guys he grew up playing football with. But it's been really wonderful as well to see some of these young guys from the Stingrays. We'll get a chance to see them for years to come. Edward Corsi, Giuseppe too, Geronimo Doyles. Hopefully they'll stay in the local club comps and into this Premiership football. And saying that, some might convert it into professional opportunities, Richie, and good luck to them. But you know, you can say that you first saw them on Sky Sport.
Wait.
And who knows where their careers might take them.
In the hands of themselves, isn't it? The desire and the hunger to become an NRL player is what we're all looking forward to. And this is just the pathway, isn't it? The national competition, the residents, then you go to JKs, and then the Kiwis, of course, being the pinnacle.
This Stingray's got one last try. A 25-point split at the moment. You can't take anything away from the Falcons. They were hot in that first half. Touching back to one of the tries, which felt as though we were witnessing rugby league perfection. Not quite sure which it was of those 5 that came in a rush, but one of them, from the kickoff, everything just seemed in sync. We'll get to hear from the thoughts from the Falcons as well, coming with Francis Ledger's had some awesome post-match interviews, and I'm sure he'll also
Police towers to the side, Jamal. Keep coming, mate.
kindly of his opponents.
Don't go early, wait!
They just got outgunned here today by the Premiers, who go 3 in a row.
Well, there hasn't been a lull in their game, has it?
can't talk to
Their
you now.
energy has been outstanding. Their directness, as I've mentioned many times, but they just continue to lift, to not drop off, to put this young side to the sword.
Yeah, it's been tough for the Stingrays and a learning curve for Spencer Taplin. Great to see his connections there. Carmen as well has been very helpful with the development of this young team. And of course, Ruben Wickie's wonderful contribution to it. That of his Wahine as well has been one of the staunch supporters of the Stingrays. So the connections to the team's solid. Whalerua Malua runs straight at Sheldon Rogers.
Sheldon, hands up!
A name that we'll hear more of in the future. Is there another try here for Chase Bernard? Wouldn't be at all surprised. 45 to 20. They've got to muscle up here. They don't want to let the 50 points be scored against them, but they cannot stop the wave. The Falcon wave. Under the posts they go.
Well, points on offer throughout this whole match. 40-odd points there, 49. They reached the half-ton. And again, off the back end of some absolute powerful running from Akarana and the purpose in which they're doing it. They're relentless. They're just going to continue on to post half a ton for Akarana. Comprehensive.
What a great run that was as well. You know, right at the death. Just a couple of minutes to play, but Pasene surges onto the ball as if he's just started the match. Solid performance here from the reigning premiers. And as you mentioned, unstoppable. Just absolutely superb showing of rugby league today. David Barner gets the chance to add the extras. 49 to 20. Will it be 51? Barner with a toe hack.
Oh, the little shimmy at the beginning, and I thought he was going to toe hack it, actually.
Oh, I thought it was a toe
on?
hack. Let's have another look at it, can't we?
That is...
There's David Barner. Fantastic character. Wonderful guy. And,
he's a real worker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
a
awesome.
worker. This is an awful kick, but it looks... it's come off perfectly. He's quite square on the ball, isn't he?
To tap back for the Stingrays. Seconds to go. And that's all there was. 51-20, what a fantastic performance here by the Falcons. They are the three-peat champions of the NZRL Premiership. And Keith Hanley and his men have done a superb job. The Falcons, there he is there. Cody Walker, coach and assistant, coming together. David Barner, superb conclusion for David's effort for 2018. And a remarkable scoreline here. Totally unexpected, to be honest, today. 29 to 10 at halftime. They've converted that to a great result. The Falcons are champions for 2018, beating the Stingrays here in the Premiership final, 51-20.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official presentation of the 2018 New Zealand Rugby League Premiership final between Counties Manukau and Akarana Falcons. I think we have seen over the last 80 minutes a game befitting a final. So please, a warm round of applause for both sides, Counties Manukau and also Akarana. We must also remember the people that put their time and effort into make sure that our games are controlled correctly, and those are our referees, led by Chris McMillan today. They'll be presented with their medals from Elizabeth Richards, who is a former Kiwis Fern manager and also a board member of the New Zealand Rugby League. So the referees, could they please come and accept their medals on behalf, and another nice job done as always. A nice clean game as we expect here in the great game of rugby league. Now, the gentlemen upstairs, our commentary team, have taken a close look as we announce the MVP, the most valuable person on park today. And the MVP in 2018 from the Akarana Falcons is Dylan Tavita. So he receives his MVP medallion from Elizabeth, and she says she's known you since you're a 4-year-old, Dylan. Congratulations, mate. Fine performance. How does that feel? Pretty dominant first half, set you up.
Yeah, it was a great day. First of all, I'd just like to thank the county's boys, and my boys, and it was just, got the roll on from the boys, and then after that, just set up for the backs.
What does it mean? This is 3 in a row for Akarana.
Yeah, well, it's not me, it's those boys. It's my first year at topside, so it's just a privilege to get their 3rd beat,
So you feel like the young kid in here. Did you feel any nerves going to the final today?
No, not really, to be honest. I've been in this position a few times, so yeah, just sort of took it as another game.
Well, congratulations to the MVP in 2018.
Cheers, thank you.
Dylan Tavita, our MVP of the ends at our Premiership final. Now we must talk to the runners-up captain. Could we please ask Willie Stiles from Counties Manukau to come and have a chat to us why the boys received their runner-up medallions. Willie? Hell of a game, mate, but that first half really set Akarana up, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We had probably the first good 5 minutes of the game, and after that, they just started running away with it, scoring all those tries. Really burnt our tanks out, but hey, they played well on the day. So
showed a lot of heart in that second half. Are you proud of the boys for that?
Oh, absolutely. We came out of the change rooms, wanting to do a job, and we definitely did that. We didn't get the result, but hey, the boys held their heads up high, and they just got it done. So yeah.
It's been a heck of a journey when you think for Counties Manukau. This time last year you were playing in the promotion relegation. This year they're playing in the grand final. It all looks up in the right way, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And you got to, we've got to put that down to our coaching and management staff. They really set the standards right from the start. We had a good month leading up, and it is a big step from last year playing off for promotion relegation. We're in the grand final this year, so I'm real proud of the boys, and I'm real proud of where we got to this year.
Anything else you'd like to say finally before you collect your runners-up medal?
No, just Akaranga and Cessna's boys, they played really well, and just our boys, heads up high boys. Hey, it was a good campaign. We got to the grand final. Unfortunately, we didn't get the goods, but that's us.
Congratulations, mate. Go and collect your runners-up medal. Captain of Counties Manukau, Willie Stiles. Well, there is a captain, and he's the captain of a team that have gone back to back 3 times from the Akarana Falcons. Can you please welcome Francis Ledger to come and have a wee chat as his boys receive their winners' medals. Francis? Well, mate, I'm good, thanks. How are you feeling? 3 times in a row. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good, eh? It feels good. We've been working all this month, to get this win, and it finally paid off.
How important was it to get the win? They tipped you up in round 2. Was that sitting in the back of your head?
No, not really. We knew that we didn't play that well that day. We knew they got the better of us. We knew just if we came out starting the way we wanted to, we should get them in the back end.
Coach Keith Hanley said they got you in the middle in that round 2 match. This time, you got them in the middle.
Yeah, definitely. That was our game plan. We go middle for middle. We knew we had boys that have played in the last couple of weeks prior to the finals and whatnot. So we were backing our fitness, and we backed our mobility, and it paid off today.
What makes this 2018 Akarana Falcons side a special team?
A lot goes into it. Obviously, we play against each other week in, week out for the Fox Memorial. We get the opportunity to come together and as Akarana and put our best foot forward. And it's awesome just to finish off the season like that. So it's awesome.
Francis, I know there are a lot of people that help make a team what they are. Would you like to thank those that we're not seeing here today?
Yeah, definitely. That was what I was going to do. I was want to thank our coaching staff for the amount of work that they do. We got ladies that even make dinner for us on Thursday night, so I just want to give a shout out to them as well. I also want to shout out to all the players that couldn't be here, especially our fullback, Paulima, who fractured his fibula last week. All the best to you in your recovery also. Also to all the other players that couldn't be here today. We got a few boys that came and still helped out, even though they didn't get picked. But we're just grateful for each and every person and all the coaching staff.
So, off-season now, not thinking about footy?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to think about food, what I've been doing. So I just get into the food and put the training aside for now, and then we'll worry about off-season later.
Is there any special dish that you're looking forward to right now?
Yeah, probably a butter chicken. Shaumianas, St. Luke's, thank you very much for the butter chicken.
Oh, you threw that one. All right, well, there's one more important thing you've got to do. Elizabeth Richards behind us has the Albert Basketball Trophy, the shield. He was the #1 Kiwi, and that is the team. So please, ladies, go and get it, mate. It's all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions in 2018 for the NZR Premiership, the Akarana Falcons.
Well, there they are, the Falcons, the champions for this season. 51-20 winners over the Counties Monaco team. And that's why rugby league players play so hard throughout the year. And Richie Barnett thoroughly deserving that success. Congratulations to them as they come together. They worked hard for the accolade, and now they get to hold that prestigious trophy aloft for the 3rd time.
It is a prestigious trophy, sorry to get that out. But Francis Ledger spoke extremely well, and rightly so. He acknowledged a lot of people around. But a fantastic effort from a side that really has revelled throughout this tournament, and they ended it in extreme fashion.
Wonderful effort there, and congratulations to Keith Hanley and the boys, the fans. Everyone have supported them as well. Well, this is the NZRL tournament team. Congratulations to them. As you can see, Kossi from Counties, Ilalio, Radich and Ledger, Nutita out of Canterbury, as well as James Baxendale. Congratulations to them as well. The second rowers from the Akarana team, outstanding, as was Makawi, Falelua, Malio as well. Stour, Sampson, Purcell and Witty Header. It is a fabulous team, and that's the NZRL tournament team for 2018. Let's have a look at what's still to come. Junior Kiwis, they'll be lining up against their Australian counterparts next week. All the action coming on Sky Sport as well from 2:30. Then the Kiwi Ferns up against the Jillaroos, and of course later in the evening as well, the Kiwis and the Kangaroos. It's a triple header. Make sure to join us here at Mount Smart Stadium for what promises to be a fantastic evening of international rugby league. Well, on behalf of Richie Barnett, I'm Dale Husband here at Mount Smart Stadium. From all the Sky guys, thanks for joining us this afternoon. It's the Akarana Falcons, victorious once again in the NZRL Premiership. From Mount Smart Stadium, a warm farewell. Have a great evening.
Lakers, and they certainly came home.